Hi there, this is Nan, and today I want to talk about, account boosting. In this case, in Dota's case, I should say, it's a MMR, your matchmaking rating, in League it's ELO, it's the same thing. And quite frankly, I have to throw this out there. I think account boosting, like the idea that you get your account boosted, it's stupid. It's stupid in all kinds of ways, because that rating is supposed to represent you. So you getting it artificially. So if you pay a guy like $50 or whatever, how much, whatever it costs, right? You pay that person to boost up your account, and then you say, well, that means I'm, my account's boosted, and that's how good I am as a player. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Why don't you just get it yourself, earn it yourself? And that's, I just find it really funny, because it only in gaming apparently is, where that logic applies. Is like, okay, so imagine if I went and bought a Super Bowl replica ring, right? And if I bought a Super Bowl replica ring, does that make me a Super Bowl champion? No. It doesn't at all. But, for some reason, gamers, some gamers who get their account boosted. And I say this, because over the years, I've played with a lot of people who definitely boosted. Like, there is no way that some of these people, were not boosted. Like, they're like, okay, man. Okay, and these are the people I literally asked them after the game, like, okay, man, how much did you pay for your boost? Because that was awful. And I remember back in, when I was playing, like, ranked in League, and, I get some these people who, granted, back then, being diamond, quote unquote diamond, didn't really mean much, but there's people, you get these people who are apparently diamond, and they're like, they played like they were bronze, and bronze is the worst rank you can get, in the game. At the bottom, you're at the bottom of the barrel, and I don't understand it. There are all kinds of there are many bad things about people who boost, and one, they screw up the matchmaking, because the game thinks that they're a better player than they really are. And so then when they hop in, especially, when you go with, especially when the game starts getting a little bit more complicated, when the ranking starts getting to the point where people, they have a good sense of how a proper game is played. So, therefore the overall quality is better. But then you got this person who's masquerading as a rank they're not. And, they stick out like sore thumbs, they just make it too obvious. And you could argue, well, how do you know that person's boosted? Maybe they're just having a bad game. I mean, there are people who have bad games, and there are people who play like, they're a little green. And it's, trust me, if you have played enough of, League, Dota, whatever game that has a rank system, which is a lot of games now, have rank systems. But point is, when you see it and they stand out, and you're like, and then you look at their rank, and you're like, wait, are you really, 5k MMR? Because you don't play like you're 5k MMR. You don't even act like you're 5k MMR, you just, the stuff you've done this game has been pretty, pretty sad if you're really 5k. And that's the part where, I can't help but feel a little skeptical, because again, a lot of people can, they can ELO boost, they have money, they can do whatever the hell they want with their money, they're gonna go pay that guy. Again, it doesn't matter how much they pay for it. Some people pay an absurd amount of money, and there's people, I've read stuff like on Reddit about people who's like, yeah, I ELO boosted because, I don't have time to do the rank system. Like, what do you mean you don't have time to do the rank system? Then what's the point of buying an account? You're not really that rating. If you are, prove it, earn it yourself. And I get it. It's a grind. It's a real pain in the ass to grind out that, those games, and then, let alone win enough games so your rank is, gets into a good spot. And I can see why people just want to do the shortcut. They want to cheat. It's like, hey, look, if I buy an account and it says I'm, 5k plus MMR, then people are going to think I'm good. But then, that's why you see all those people get ridiculed, because they drop like rocks, as soon as people figure out, hey, this guy's not good, and this guy's just going to, end up, they're just going to go into games and ruin matches because they're not skilled enough. It's, again, why bother masquerading? If you're not that good, then don't buy an account. I don't see why you would do it. If anything, the real people who are benefiting from this are the people who get, they're getting paid to boost some, some scrubs account up. They're getting, all this money. Is like, look, that elo booster and stuff like that, they don't give a shit about your story. They don't care what you think you care, what you think you're doing. They're just taking your money. They're robbing you. Well, not really robbing per se. They're taking advantage of you. That it would be more accurate, because if you're that pathetic of a player, if you're that insecure about your rating to the point where you have to pay someone to to get a better rating for your account on a video game, there's nothing nice to be said about it. There's no sugarcoating it. You're just a bitch, and you just need to learn how to get good, man. Just get good. Or you're that, just don't bother with, don't care about your rank. Seriously, don't care about it. If it's gonna be fake, why put up why put up the facade? People are gonna figure it out. I know I will. When if I ever come across someone like you, who does elo boost or whatever, MMR boost, whatever you want to call it. It's cheating, and it's really pathetic cheating.